Hello, diecast fans, and welcome to another brand new episode of Jim's Magnificent Miniature Motor Cars. For this episode, we will be unboxing this Nissan Skyline GTR R33 Gritty GR33 V1 from Kaido House. Without any further ado, let us proceed. Okay. This comes in the typically flamboyant Kaido House packaging, and as before, the box is taped shut, so a touch of extra effort here. Fortunately, I'm well prepared this time. Alrighty. So very nice box art there. You can see. I have no idea what the car on the inside will look like anyway. As it turns out, it is a white specimen. Alrighty. That is very interesting. It's not an R400, I'd like to point out, but it does have an opening hood or bonnet. And it's worth zooming in there. Wow, would you look at that? That's some pretty sweet work from Kaido House. Look at that. All right. Okay, let's set the packaging aside. Excuse me. Set the packaging aside a little bit and focus on the car itself. Okay. Now, yeah, you know by now I've unboxed quite a few R35/R35 variants on the channel. I have two variants of the 400R from two different manufacturers. And now I have this base R33. This base R33. Did I say R35? Anyway, if I did, I meant to say R33. Okay. So I have this base R33 here. And to compare it, put it next to this. Okay, I have actually two R33s. I have one from Eno 64 and one from Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. So yeah, for purposes of comparison, here they are. I believe that, yeah, it would appear that Kaido House is trying to approximate the 1/64th scale here, because even though the Kaido House model is significantly, is significantly wider. Look at that. It's got just the overall bodywork is wider. The length is virtually identical. See, yeah, they are not. The Kaido House is not significantly longer than the TLVM. So that tells me that this is supposed to be a 1/64th scale model as opposed to the much bigger model that the Honda NSX was. So that's interesting. Now, what do I think of this Kaido House model? Well, I'll tell you what. I am not a huge fan of this specific color scheme. I would have wanted more colorful bodywork and light color on the wheels. I've said this before many times, diecast fans. I do not like blacked out wheels. I mean, I'm okay with them, but given a choice between black wheels and silver wheels, I go for the silver every time. So yeah, I'm not super enamored with this color scheme. And well, we gotta remember, Kaido House cars ain't cheap. Definitely not quite as expensive as this, although I'm gonna flash the graphics so you know more or less how much each car cost. I'm pretty sure this one only set me back just a little over 1,000 pesos. And this one came in at 900. So there's virtually no difference in price. There's no significant difference in size. The Tomica Limited Vintage Neo has working suspension and basically astonishing detail, but the Kaido House has an engine bay. So, okay, how do I rate this car? Well, as impressed as I've been with most of the R33s that I've presented on this show, this one is strangely underwhelming. I'm not really blown away by this choice of color. Maybe it'd pop more, and I'm not a fan of the lowered thing, but it could work better with a better color scheme, at least in my opinion. Anyway, long story short, diecast fans, this is gonna have to settle for an 8 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I know some of you might be big fans of this car, thinking I'm selling it a little short, but yeah, no, this, for some reason, because there have been so many excellent R33s that I've unboxed on this show, and this one, I don't know, maybe my expectations are a little too high for the, turn the camera, okay, there we go. Maybe expectations were a little bit too high for this one. Anyway, that's it, 8 out of 10. I can't, for some reason, I can't bring myself to score it any higher. Nonetheless, I like it. I think it's a pretty cool model. I don't know, maybe if I saw it in a color that made it pop more, I might feel differently. But anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you folks enjoyed this unboxing. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, or even if you're not new to the channel and you like what you see, if you've been coming here for a while now, I'd still like to invite you to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell.